Okay, it looks like we are about to begin. So it looks like No Hat Coder also has a stream going on, which will involve probably his commentary and a few other things. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that over to the comments over here. Then we will go ahead and get started here in a moment. Let the fun and games begin. Notably, I'm not going to be talking near as much this time because I'm definitely going to need to focus here. I'll also be staring pretty intently at this screen. Also hiding comments over here, just in case. Okay, good. Because I do not want to win like that. Okay, so we have our fairly standard opening. Question is, which one of the responses do I like? I've seen quite a bit people doing this, but I don't exactly like that. I need to stop him from vertical momentum. I need to also stop him from horizontal momentum. So let's go ahead and just edge it. Let's see what we get. Probably right here at C4. I bet C4 or E3. I mean, we're at fairly standard moves so far, and I'm going to need to drop that cap pretty fast. Okay, then. There it is. I didn't think he'd actually play it that early. It'd be fairly dangerous for me to play that right now, so let's go ahead and... Actually, let's think about this. Because if I play right here, then he's going to immediately play right there, and he's going to have an advantage. And I play right there, he basically has free reign to go across here, which is really, really freaking bad. He can also start going vertical if I don't go there, so that's also really bad. I don't particularly like this position. Yeah, that was definitely bold by him, so I'm probably going to end up paying for this with a B4 right there. To which I might respond A4. Yep. Okay. Thing about this is he's going to try and bait the cap over if possible, but he's probably also going to look at playing a4 right there, or probably e4. So the question is, how do I counter this? And the answer is not well. Okay, so I play here and he immediately goes for a4. Which is definitely not within my best interest. Well, a3. If he plays there, I immediately go to a3 because I need that reinforcement. Now I have two potentials right here and right here. He has one potential with a loose right here, which is going to be interesting because I'm going to have to counter that pretty soon. I'll be mildly shocked if he doesn't try and place e5 or f5 to try and get that into a vertical threat as well. Or maybe even e3, that way he blocks me while he's at it. Okay, so we're at 4 all for flats. So natural +1. Yep, okay. I'd figured. So he's probably going to go to a5. Now if he goes to a5, I immediately drop a6. That way I have a good blank against him. Now the problem is, though, he's going to try and run this F column, which I don't have any defense on. Right now, one of my salvations is he's taking a lot more time than I am. Okay, so options here are a6 minus, which will prevent him from getting here, which will also redirect his road threat, which is bad. Now I can also drop the cap, which is more of an absolutism, but then he plays b5, so I have to do this. Okay, if he plays b5 or a6, I'm going to drop onto there and try and defend that area. Either way, this is not an exceptionally good position for me. I thought so. Okay, question is, what do I do about this? Because that wall can easily do some very, very, very bad things to me. If I move this on top of there, then that immediately gives me the construal to be able to hit that wall. But I also need to be able to make a threat near immediately. So if I do that, then his capstone can come down, or we can have that, which is going to be bad, 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 bad. So the question is, what do I do to counter this? And the answer is, well, not much. So, do I choose to make the Tak threat, which I know I have, or do I choose to try something else, which is dangerous? Because that's going to have a nasty effect on my flats. So I'm going to go ahead and make the Tak threat and see what we get played out here. The problem is he can play here, 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 and then possibly make a threat there. So that's going to be bad for me. doubt I'm going to be lucky enough to get his cap to come down here, but if I do, I'm going to have some fun with it. Bingo. Okay, question is, what do I do about this particular situation? I have a couple of options. None of them are particularly good. So I wall right here. He takes this, and then he flattens it. Or he runs over. Okay, what do I do to get a new threat that's viable? Honestly, I don't think I have one, and I'm in a bad spot right now because he has a couple of potentials, especially if he gets a piece right there. Don't like this spot. Now, if I balk over here, then I am all types of screwed. But I'm going to need to keep that thing. So we have right now 5 to 5. This is definitely a critical point, and I'm definitely not in a good spot here. Wall does me a little good because that baits him there. That does me a little good. That does me a little good. That does me a little good. Actually, if I do that, then what do I get out of it? Very little. But that also makes sure that he can't get that immediately, or that. So what I can do is this, and then I can immediately play here at b5 for reinforcement whenever he puts that wall over there. I can also jump my cap on top of there to have a little bit more reinforcement here. So that's not an ideal move in most cases, but at very least it disrupts his potential a bit. I'm going to pay for taking that much time, though. I'm going to need to move a little bit faster. So, immediate counter moves are going to be b5 or b4, a4. Yeah. This defends both of them, but I'm not sure it's a good move. So what we do is we hope that he captures up this way, immediately capture over, and then use that to put my cap on top of so I can run this way. It's not ideal, but it might disrupt his road a bit. It'll put me more towards the center and give me a better position to hopefully have an attack on him. Either way, this is not a good position for me. Thankfully, he's taken some time to think, though, so I get a little bit extra. So which one's he gonna do? Okay, so that one it is. I'd figured he might. So, how about we do something a little bit unexpected then? Now, what in the world is he doing? Oh, you'll see. This is one of those situations where I'm going to need reach to hit him and hopefully get him to place a wall right there. Though I have a feeling if he places a wall right there, he's also going to have the potential to flatten it with that capstone, so I'm going to have to do something against that. The thinking here is that I'm going to try and run 4. I'd be willing to bet you that he tries to capture down here, or he tries to move the wall over to make that threat. If I can leave that alone for a couple of turns, I will, and try and reinforce it. Okay, so he's going to move in one of those 2 places. So, do we try and make the cut using E5? If you see the chat message over here, I'm trying to be all sorts of tricksy today, aren't I? Well, I suppose that is an accurate assessment. So let's go ahead and do that, and then have him play one of those 2 spaces. Might end up with the capstone there. That was stupid on second thought. Okay, I'm going to pay for that. I doubt I'm going to be lucky enough to get that. He might put his capstone immediately down there, which is going to be hellish. Dang it, he's going to get that, isn't he? That's unfortunate. Okay, so what do we do in response to this? We can make a cut down there. Which does not pose an immediate attack threat. Then we put this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has me on +2 if he places. Not getting good music today. I'd be willing to bet you that he plays right here. Thankfully, these tactics are causing him to use a little bit of time. Now, I'm not in a great position, but I'm in enough of one that I can do something here. Okay, that's just unkind. And uncalled for, too. Pesky, pesky, pesky. I want to, but I shouldn't quite yet. Okay, so e6 would start a capture war probably over this, which I don't have enough reinforcements to take. Tick, 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 and then he'd have a vertical. So that's not good. That's also not good. Then he has a vertical threat, which I don't like, but let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so it gives me the opportunity to do that. Now he's going to use this wall here at a5. There's no way he doesn't play e6 right now to try and get me there. Thankfully, though, I'm pretty short on stack here. Okay, so it's 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm -3 right now because of that, but I'm going to have to take a little bit of risk here. Jeez, 14 moves in. Okay, I'm going to have to play a little bit faster then. So immediately afterwards, I do b4 up to here. Because I'm fighting a capture war over here is going to lose. And he's probably going to go for vertical. Actually, I'll be shocked if he doesn't. Okay, I can use d3 plus. Which will give me some reinforcement right there, but not very strong one. Yeah, I thought so. responses. We're gonna have a little bit of fun here. Oh yes, I am very much being tricksy right now. Now you probably place right here, and then I go right there. Which gives me a nice little citadel right here, right in the middle of your stuff. It also gives me the opportunity to block you right here. Thought so. And the question is if I wall that just to be cheeky. Okay, so if I put a wall there, that keeps him from unfolding down. It also keeps him from making that threat. It also keeps him from doing a few other nasty things. And it gives me that one turn to screw with him more. And then I throw this right immediately afterwards. Because I knew the wall unfold was coming at least. Now we'll see what he does. Okay, so right now we are 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm -4. This is not a good situation right now. But it's a situation I have to deal with, so we're going to figure it out. I need to be placing flats fast, though, if possible. Oh, he did already play. Okay. Jeez, I must have missed that. Okay, so we got him cut off from most of his immediate threats. We can also move A4 over there. I did not notice him ding, though. Turn that music volume a little bit so I can actually hear that. So this cuts him a little bit. So we have right now 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So +2 now. I'd be surprised if he doesn't try and throw that wall on top of me, though. Thankfully, though, I was smart enough to keep a hard black. Where do you move? C1, 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 C1. You know, that's just not nice. Thankfully, though, he doesn't have much attrition there, so I can just go here, and then that cuts that out effectively. But that wall is going to be freaking annoying. I don't particularly like it. So if we do that, that's -1 to his flats, then he's down to... That'll put me at 5 to 7, so still -2. I'll be surprised though if he doesn't go right there or something. So I'm at -2 right now, probably -3. That's gotten him to single vector, so I have at least that much on him. And he's probably going to throw this on top of there sometime. Question is when. And if he does that, I'm going to have to very immediately be concerned. Now, I need something viable for a road threat right now, and I don't have one. If he does that, that gives me an extra black with which to make one, so I'm going to have to abuse that a little bit. Oh, my. Thankfully, he's taking a little bit more time than I am. The really annoying, interesting move would probably be to put C3 up here, and I honestly don't know what I'd do to that. Because that gives him very, very, very little bad, but... Dang it. Shoot. So I'd expected that move, but I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't happen. Well, so much for that. Well, the second I say I don't really like that move, he does it. That's not good. Okay. So I still have a nice amount of defense right here, and this basically limits him down to that area. So he has 3, 4, 5, 6. And this will drop me down to 4 for the moment. But I need to bloody block him from coming down here, because that would be suicide. Ah, shoot, he can flatten that without much consequence, can't he? That's not good. Well, that might have backfired. Question is what he does now. Hopefully he spends some time thinking, because I'm going to need a little bit here. Okay, so options involve taking d6, taking back this stack as soon as he flattens it, and doing a few other things. Okay, so this was within our anticipated parameters. What do we do now? This is not something I like. If I do that, then he does that, and that's going to be bad. That might give me a couple of black pieces to be able to do something with, though. Then he immediately captures down, so let's go and do this. He doesn't win immediately, at least. Okay, if he squashes that wall, though, what can he get out of it? He can play right here, and then he has immediate win potential. I'm also starting to get a little bit of a threat over here, but I doubt he lets me carry that out. As soon as I do that, I'm going to immediately need to start capturing him. Ah, sheesh. That's not a good position at all. Well, thankfully he's taking about equivalent time. Okay, so right now we're at 5 to 7. Okay. So I'm just -2 right now with about 13 flats left to go for him, and I'm going to have to play a ton of freaking flats because I'm going to regret this. What do I have, 21? God, that's horrible. Where'd he go? C3? Son of a bitch. Okay. What can I make him do to pay for that, though? Is there anything I can do? Sheesh. Because he's going to flatten that wall. He's going to immediately have a very dangerous opportunity. So I can move this down. Then that's going to give enough whites to fold over onto it. Okay. Well, this is another one of those very pretty critical junctures, which I don't like. And I'm going to regret this time, but I need to spend it. Otherwise, I am absolutely, completely hosed. So if I take this, and that leaves him an empty space right there and forces him to throw. Which will drop off right there. He'll probably come right down here and nail that thing, though. I'm going to hope that he does, because if he does, I have a potential attenuated sequence that I can do. It's a freaking long shot, but I've done stupider things before. He also has that wall they can throw, though. See, they can be one of those two, or probably that. The problem is I need that F5 rut. Yeah, I thought so. So that gives him 1, 2, 3. Now, is there anything I can do to immediately win off of that? Probably not. I don't care. Yeah, I give him that and then he wipes out everything. I give him that, and well, we have a similar issue. So, of the horrible options, let's go ahead and choose what might be least. I have a feeling I'm going to regret this, though. Dang it, they can run there. This is not a good spot. I'm in trouble. Well, on the bright side, I'm ahead in flats for the moment. That's not going to last more than a turn, though. Because there's no way in hell he's not going to hit that thing. Yep. Question is there a way that I can make him regret this? Oh, you're funny. Honestly, I don't think so. He has way too many whites right there, and he can just blow through my entire freaking line. Shoot. I'm gonna have to do that. he's going to blow right, and then I wouldn't blame him because that's going to give him a monstrously freaking strong opening, and then I need to be playing flats like the devil. Yeah, if he does that, then I'm going to have a bad day. Because honestly, I don't think I can stop that, and that probably is a tenuous sequence. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So plus 3 at the moment. Of course, that's not going to matter an incredible amount, so if he does F4 plus, I'm in all types of freaking trouble. Okay. Well, we did expect this. I'm pretty sure it's tenue though. If not, it's dang well close to it. Okay, so he can go that way, which makes road. He can go that way, which makes road. He can go that way, which doesn't quite make road. So I have that at least. Sheesh. This is not a good position for me at all. I'm going to have to use this time. Well, what time I have left at least. If I do that, that doesn't do me anything. If I do that, that doesn't do me anything. If I do that, that doesn't do me anything. Well, this is adorable. So the junction point is definitely C4, so if I drop everything there, that gives me at least a turn. Then I can drop back on top of there. 1, 2, 3 until 9, so I can take 1, 3 on top of there and get that at least. Yeah, this is gonna basically be a game of guerrilla warfare now of trying to prevent whatever the hell I can. Which, the answer to that is not much. Okay, so that can throw there, that can throw there, that can... Ah, sweet merciful Christ. Well, that is one heck of a situation. I do that and I'm dead. I do that and I'm dead. I do that and I'm dead. I do a lot of things and I'm dead. That prevents him for one turn, maybe. Which, of course, he's immediately going to play E3, which is going to be worse. Thankfully, though, if he does that, I have a couple of moves for him. case this is a really stupidly bad situation for me. The fact they gave me the opportunity to make that move. If he plays right there, I immediately whop that wall over, and then I try and gain some time back. Because flat-wise, I am screwed right now. He has way too many of mine, and I played way too few of mine. If he plays b5, I've bought myself a turn at least. Yeah, you knew that was coming, though. Come on. Son of a... Okay, if I do that typical move, what do I get? Very little. Then you can probably hop that. Question is there any tricksy moves I can pull? I can hit that wall and maybe get something, but no. Well, if I've lost by this point. Yep. Okay, critical point, critical point, critical point, critical point, critical point. So I have probably nothing that could save me right now, except maybe this. It doesn't too long. Does it find me anything at all? Probably not. Well, hell. We'll go ahead and try it, see what happens. Probably immediate loss. Yeah, I thought so. Where is it? Oh, there. Frickin'. Yeah, I let him get away with that too much. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and look at stopping this stream and starting up game 2.